The Epic of Sundiata is a tale that is told by a griot, the Jeli Mamado Kayati. He begins the story with the history of Sundiata, who became a ruler of Mali. He expresses that Sundiata's father, Maghan Khanfada, the ruler of Nyani, is told by a soothsayer that his true heir will be conceived from marriage to an ugly woman. Shortly, hunters came to offer him a woman for marriage. This woman, Soglan, becomes his wife, and Sundiata is born. Sundiata faces many challenges because he's born crippled and couldn't walk until he was 7. His father's first wife also created negative rumors about him and his mother with the intent to make her own son king. But Sundiata's father passes away, giving his eldest son control. Sundiata became determined to gain strength, to overcome his obstacles, and he learned to stand. Out of fear of competition, Sundiata and his mother are exiled from the kingdom by his father's first wife. During those 7 years of exile, he encounters people from various cultures and learns of an evil sorcerer king, Sumoro Kante, who wants control of the kingdom of Mali. In order to save Nyani from the hands of Kante, Sundiata revisits the places he's been during his period of exile, and with the help of people who grew fond of him, he recruits an army. He and his army encounter Sumaro Kante's army and defeats them, but he cannot defeat the king because he's protected by magic. Sundiata seeks help with the use of magic through sacrifice and forges a magical arrow. During battle, he punctures him with the arrow, and the evil king loses his powers, but manages to escape for several days. Sundiata searches for the evil king, but eventually he's found trapped in a cave. Sundiata's victory allows him to defeat the other kings who supported Sumoro Kante, and returns to Nyani, becoming the ruler of the Mali Empire. Strength is a central part of African culture. Sundiata was viewed as weak because he was crippled, yet he overcame that obstacle because of his determination. With patience, he learned how to walk and trained to become a real warrior. He pushed himself to accomplish what others assumed he'd fail at. The physical challenges and cruelty he had to face prompt him to become the mentally and physically strong person he always wanted to be. Those aspects of the tale gave me the idea that perseverance is an important African cultural value, and it is the key to bringing out the inner strength in a person. They value having leadership that is carried out by individuals who understand the necessity for respect. Sundiata's perseverance is what made him capable of that leadership role. The best kind of leader comes from those who have faced adversity such as Sundiata. Initially, his kingdom didn't have faith in him because of how they viewed an individual who's crippled, weak, and shamed. But those challenges prepared Sundiata instead of breaking him. Eventually, he prevails and builds an army to defeat the evil king Sumaro Kante. In African society, I believe that moral code of conduct is essential. The evil king lacked morality, which would put society in a place of panic. A society must be built on core values that suggest respect and consideration that is applied in their actions. Those values are expected from individuals who possess political power, such as their kings and queens, and should be demonstrated because of their stature to reveal the significance that are tied to them. Sundiata's victory came to exist with the help of people that he befriended during his exile, who feared Sumoro Kante as well, because he was seen as a threat. This allowed me to understand more about my own culture as an African woman, which is that people come together in efforts to protect their rights when they want to live in harmony, just as the people did when they joined forces with Sundiata. In today's society, people are forming groups to support equality because of the influence of heroes such as Martin Luther King. I feel that without the support given to Sundiata by others, there's a possibility that he could have lost that battle with Sumoro Kante. In order to make a change, we as society must come together when there are threats against our freedom and equality, which is a huge part of our values. Despite the social injustices that are happening currently, such as racism, people value heroes that they can look up to who may be capable of ending oppression. I understand that nothing should stop individuals from fighting back, because if what you're standing for is for greater purpose, then it's an effort that society will thrive from, because it's the process of improvement. So, this tale is an example of my cultural history and what my ancestors wanted us to learn, because Sundiata was their hero, and they wanted to give him the opportunity to lead. I would recommend reading the Epic of Sundiata to others because of the themes involved, which is heroism and bravery. Sundiata is a representation that heroes can come in many forms despite any conditions. He gained experience in battle and outwitted the evil king. And that bravery is a quality that should be carried out by society. His patience is what set him towards virtue, and in the end, he became the warrior and king his kingdom needed. This tale embodies the importance of moral, social, and political values of a culture that people can learn from.